So today I would love to share with you this very fast, inexpensive rose garland for Valentine's Day. I don't have it up quite yet, but you will see it in my fireplace decor in another video later on. But I went ahead and put this together and I wanted to share it with you. I did a set of two. One is a garland of all red roses, and the other one is a set of pink and red roses alternating. So stay tuned if you want to watch on how I put this together, the list of materials you will need, and how to get this done and ready before Valentine's Day. Thank you everybody for watching this video, and I'll see you soon. Bye! Okay, so here are the simple items that you will need to complete your very cheap and inexpensive rose garland. Some red roses and pink roses that are fake that I actually purchased from the Dollar Tree. And a pair of scissors, a hot glue gun, which is optional, and some twine. This is also called natural jute. I don't know what jute means, but natural jute. So your first step that you want to do is decide where you're going to hang your garland so that you know how long to cut your twine. Once you've figured out exactly how long you need this to stretch, then you can go ahead and cut it from here. So now what you want to do is you want to take your set of fake flowers, the ones I got from the Dollar Tree, and the ones that I have, the stems easily just, or the rose petals just easily come off of the stem. So I am going to pick the roses that are pretty much opened like this. There are some that look a little bit different. I'm just going to pull the ones that are slightly more open and that look a lot prettier and that aren't as bent. I'll do the same thing with the pink. I'm just going to... The last and final step of the easiest garland you'll ever make is deciding the pattern of your roses. You can do a garland of all pink roses, or you can do a garland of all red roses, or you can alternate pink, red, pink, red. Sorry. You can also remove any spacing. You can continue to add flower after flower so that they're right next to each other so you don't actually see the twine, but I'm actually using some spacing in this example, and I'm also going to alternate pink and red, pink and red. Now, here's a perfect example of why I'm using hot glue, because even though you can tie a knot around the petal, and no matter how tight you pull, it will undo. So in this case, I'm just going to, even though I've tied a knot, I'm going to add some hot glue around it, and it should now stay. Okay, so now I'm going to add my next rose, and what I'm going to do is add a little bit of hot glue around the bottom of the flower. Figure out the distance. I'm just eyeballing it from the last rose, and I am going to wrap this around the hot glue. Let it sit there for a minute. I didn't tie it in a knot, but this will stick just as nicely. And I'll move on to the next and add a red flower. Same step. Wrap the twine. You can wrap it twice if you want, or 3 times. And they're actually going to do another garland, and this set's going to have all red roses. So you could also do white. If I had white roses, I would have probably done a set of all white, but the dollar store didn't carry them. So for the red set, I'm actually going to still do some spacing, but not as much as the first garland. Okay, now I'm all done hot gluing the rose petals to the twine. Here's the finished look for the first garland that I did, which has more of space between each roses. And the pattern is red, pink, red, pink. It's so pretty. I think it has such a vintage feel, but it's also just so dainty and pretty, and you know, I think it could go with any kind of decor. And then here is my other garland, which has smaller spacing in between each roses and each rose. And same method, hot glue to the back. And I did all red, and like I said, you could do all white, which would be really pretty. You could do all pink, which would also be really pretty. I enjoyed, and I'll see you soon for my next garland. I'm doing another garland, another idea, so stay tuned for that, and thank you so much for all of those of you who subscribe.